Good morning, my dear students. Today is Monday, 1st of June, 2020. Let's continue our lesson today and let's start with the sight words as yesterday. We will start the first word, around. Around means that you are moving in a circle way. For example, as in this photo, I can say I can travel around the world. I can travel around the world. But I can say the orange is round. This is the different. The orange is round, so round here is a shape, okay? But around, you are moving in a circle way. So if I'm writing like this, okay? So I can say the orange is round, Round here is a shape, that the orange is round in shape. But around here, there are also different. It has here a letter A, round. Around here that you are moving in a circle way. So like this, I'm able to travel around the world. Okay, now you know the meaning and you know the difference between around and round. Round is in circle shape, it's one of the shape, okay? But around, that you are moving in a place in a circle way, like this example. Now you got it? Okay. So there is a big difference between around and round. Round is one of the shapes, but around, that you are moving in a circle way. Okay? Like, I played one of the musical games. So I'm moving around the chairs. I'm moving around the chairs. So you are moving in a circle way around the chairs. Okay? So around, that you are moving in a circle way. Okay? Okay. Let's move to the next word. There. There is a possessive noun when you are talking about something that possess or something that you own. Not you, but they own. Here I can see a group of boys, so they are plural. So I can say here, the boys won the match and got their trophy. Let's write it together. Now, the boys won the match and got their trophy. Okay, so there, here, it's a possessive noun, and I can find here trophy. It's the thing that they own or that they get. So their trophy. So there should be followed by a noun. I cannot say there and stop. No, I have to say their book, their trophy, their bag or bags. Okay, like this in this example. But I saw some of you write something like this. Okay, there are. It's a different. There are means I can find some bags in somewhere. There are some bags backside. Okay, there are, it's a different. Here, I can start with there, it's a noun. Okay, it's a, there are here at the beginning of the sentence, but they're here, and also they are different in spelling. Okay, there here is a possessive noun and should be followed by a noun. Okay, when you are talking about what they possess or own or they have. But here, there are some bags. You are saying or you are telling us that I can find backside some bags. It's a different. Okay, there. Next. If you can find two events, one of the event happens first, and this, when the event happens first, you can find or it can make the other event happen next. For example, if we study hard, we will get full mark. So if we study hard, we will get full mark. If we don't study hard, we will not get full mark. So the two events are connected to, related to each others. Okay? If. Shall. We can use shall as advice, for example, or ask, okay, someone to do something. You suggest to do something. Like, I shall go to the doctor when I'm feeling sick. Okay? Or here as advice, that you advise someone to go and see the doctor when he is sick. But I can say to my friends, shall we play now? I'm asking them, what do you think? Let us play now. So I'm suggesting to play now. Shall can be as advice or can be as a suggestion. Okay? Half. Here half is one half, but if you want a plural, you should change the spelling like this. I can see two halves. H-A-L-V-E-S. L is not said or not pronounced. Two halves of the sandwich. Okay, I can see two halves of the sandwich. So halves is the plural of the word half. L is silent. Half. Okay. Let's read together our learning outcomes today. As yesterday, we have to focus on the target skill. The target skill is compare and contrast and graphic features. So our outcomes, learning outcomes are, number one, I can identify compare and contrast technique and graphic features. Number two, I can analyze the text to aid comprehension. I asked you today, what are the story parts? What you have to know about each story. You have to know the topic and the theme. Okay? So the topic and the theme of this story is animals. The topic of the story is animal. I'm talking about the animals. I can get it from the title of the story. Number two, characters. What are the characters of your story? Setting, the place where did the story happen? Events. What the actions that happened in the story. These are the parts of the story. Target skill. I told you our target skill: compare, contrast, and graphic features. Let's start with compare and contrast. Compare, when you are going to tell us how things are alike. Alike means the same. How things are alike or the same when you are comparing between two things or more than. So you are going to find how they are the same or how they are alike. But contrast, when you are going to find how the things are different. Contrast, different. Compare, the same. Okay? So compare, how are things the same? Contrast, how are they different? You are using this diagram to illustrate and to explain compare and contrast in our story. So compare and contrast, when you compare, you are telling how things are alike. Alike means the same. When you contrast, you are telling how things are different. So in between here both, we are saying the things that are same. But on the sides, you have to put the difference. Okay? Again. Here, in both means same. The same things. Okay? In the middle. Okay? But here, on the side, I have to put the different things. Different things on the sides. Okay? To make comparing and contrasting. Okay. Next. What's the topic of the story? Animals. I can get this through the pictures, through the captions, through reading the story, through the photos. I can get the topic and the theme of the story or from the title of the story. The title of the story, animal groups. So the story definitely will talk about animals, not humans, not people, not school, not environment, not these items or these words. So the topic of the story is animals. What do you know about animals? I just know generally that fish can live in the water. It cannot live outside. Okay? I know that the birds have wings. All the birds have wings. But not all the birds can fly. Okay? Some animals have legs and some don't. Fish live in the water, but not all the animals live in the water. I can find some animals live on land. So all the animals are different. Okay? Or you will read about, okay? So the story, it will talk about or give us information about animals and how they are alike and how they are different. Okay? So let us know that there are five groups. There are 5 groups. What are these? 5 animal groups. Fish, bird, reptile, amphibian, bird, mammal. Okay? So I asked you today, who is the author of the story? Okay, the author of the story is written at the beginning. So the author and the writer of the story is James Cook. Okay, and the genre. What kind of this story? Is it fantasy? Is it folktale? Is it biography? Or is it an informational text. It's an informational text, as it's written here. What does it mean? It gives us facts and information about the topic. What's the topic of the story? Animal group or animal groups. Okay, so you will get more information and more facts that are very true and always true from or about the topic, which is animal and animal groups. Okay. So this informational text, a kind of the story, it gives facts about the topic, and we will get information, and the photos also show the real world. Okay. Yesterday I asked you to compare and contrast between fish and reptile. Okay. I told you that in between you will write the same things that are common in fish and reptile as well. So I can say both of them are animals. Both of them are animals. Okay? They are animals. They have eyes, they have mouth and tail. Fish live in the water, and also some reptiles live on the water, live in the water. Okay? So compare is how they are alike or how they are seen. What about fish? Now we are going to contrast. We will see how fish and reptiles are different. Fish live in the water, but reptile, they can live on both land and in the water. They can live on land and in the water. Okay? Fish can breathe with their gills. They can swim by their fins and tail. Reptile, they have scales. Reptile, fish don't have scales. Okay? But reptile have or has scales. Okay? Okay. Reptile have scales, and when you touch the scales, you will feel bumpy and rough. Fish have gills. The gills help fish to swim in the water. Reptile like turtle. I can find a turtle. Okay. Alligator and snake. The difference between snake and alligator, I can find the alligator has legs, okay? And alligator can swim and move, or can walk and swim. But the snake, they don't have legs. That's why snakes slide on the grass or on the ground with its long body. Okay? So the reptile like a snake or turtle, we can find the baby turtle hatch from eggs, and then the baby turtle grows up to be adult turtle, and they can live in the water and swim in the water. Here, between fish, the fish are different in shape, in colors, in size. Okay? So this is the way to compare and contrast between two things. In between, you will put the same things that are common between them. And on the side, you will put the different things or the different characteristics. Okay? Okay. Next. Today, we will read the story from page 174 till 178. Through the page cover, I can find here essential question. You should answer this at the end. What makes birds different from mammals? Okay, we will answer this question later on. Amphibians. We will start with the third animal group. Amphibians. They have eyes from the picture. This amphibians is called captions. Okay? Through the captions, I will get information about amphibians. Okay? So through the picture, I can say the parts of the animals. They have, like this frog, have eyes, with skin, legs. Okay? Amphibians have eyes, with skin, legs. Let's read together. Amphibians spend the time both, they can live both, on land and in water as well. They don't have scales like reptiles. Their skin is wet. Here I can compare between amphibian and reptile about yesterday. Amphibians have wet skin, but reptile have bumpy and rough skin. Okay? Both of them can live on water, in water, and on land as well. Reptiles have scales, but amphibians don't have scales. Okay? So we will read the other side. Amphibians hatch from eggs, tadpoles hatch and grow to be frogs. So we can find amphibians. They can live on land and in water. They don't have scales. Their skin is wet. Here, tadpole, we can find amphibians hatch from eggs. Tadpoles hatch and grow to be frogs. So this is the young stage of frog. The young stage of frog. Okay. Each part in this group, you can look at two parts to find. Here, I will ask a question here. How amphibians like reptiles? How they are alike? They hatch from eggs, okay? They live on land and in water as well, okay? How they are different, amphibians and reptiles. Amphibians don't have scales and their skin is wet, but reptiles have scales and their skin is bumpy and rough. Okay? Okay. Tadpole, this is the young stage of the frog. Okay? Helps me find that the photo that shows it. I see that they look like little fish. Okay? Hatch from eggs and it will grow up to be big frogs. Okay, so tadpoles are baby frogs or the young frogs. It will grow up to be adult frog. Now we will talk about bird. Bird parts here. Bird is a caption. It's written upside. It's a caption. Through the caption here, I can know that I will get information about the bird. Through the picture, graphic features, we will find the bird parts. Bill, eye, wing, feathers. A bird has feathers and wings. The bird, all the birds have feathers and wings. This bird's eyes are on the sides of its face. It will be on the sides. The eyes of the bird will be on the sides, okay, from its face or of its face. Many birds can fly, not all of them. Some can run or swim fast. Some of the birds can run. Some of the birds can swim fast. Some of the birds can fly. Not all the same, but they are the same in parts. All the birds have eyes on their sides. All the birds have wings. Let them fly, or all the birds have feathers, but they are different when we find many birds can fly, many birds can run, many, not all of them, can swim fast. Okay. How are the birds seem like amphibians? What do you think? How they are alike, birds and amphibians? For sure, both of them have eyes, mouth, and legs. They are both kinds of animals. All of them are animals. They hatch from eggs, but how they are different, how birds are different from amphibians. Birds have 2 legs and 2 wings, not 4 legs. Okay? Birds have feathers, but amphibians don't have. We will find the birds have wings, but amphibians don't have wings, don't have feathers. Okay? Why can most birds fly? How the birds fly? By using wings. Okay? Okay. We will read. Birds hatch from eggs. This hen made a nest for its eggs. Birds hatch from eggs. Okay, like this. I can find it. A hen here lays eggs. Okay, and made a nest for its eggs. Here you will make a comparison, or you will compare. 1 minute. You will compare between amphibian and bird, and you will tell me what are the same characteristics and what are the different characteristics on this diagram. Please show me your self-evaluation, and thank you for your watching and your listening. See you soon, or we will meet each other tomorrow. Thank you. Let's keep reading the story through this link. Okay, and goodbye, and see you soon. Thank you and goodbye.